And we are, I guess, back, but first time.
Oh shit! That goes so fucking hard, Michael.
God, mine's still loading. Wait.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great.
Oh, you
Oh my
can't
God.
see it.
Yummy,
Thanks
yummy,
for
yummy.
supporting us, Chase.
Yummy, yummy,
I
yummy.
don't get on a computer from no one.
Yo.
You'll have to check it out later, because it's pretty sick,
Yep.
and I love it.
Take a picture of it. Send it in the group chat.
Bro, you
Mine
fucking...
is
Take a picture of
delayed.
it. Send it in the group
You
chat with my
fucking-
phone, bro.
you do that.
With this phone.
No,
Here,
I'm
I'll put a
literally-
picture
my
for
hands are
everybody.
fucking dusty.
Gosh.
Parker, you lazy
there it goes.
shit.
God, that's beautiful. I love the new color palette. It's very good.
This is so cool, Michael.
Oh wow, that is cool.
I enjoy
Oh
it quite
yeah,
a
it
lot.
looks good.
I feel like
That is pretty-
there's
it's
more
pretty
of
awesome.
me to look at right now too. Like it fucked the camera, which that's fine.
That's why I was very intent on, hey, don't move the camera, I'll
Don't
move
fucking
the
move
angle.
this camera.
Yeah, Dane.
Yeah, everything's
Fuck,
got a
you
little
can
bit
defi- there's
different.
definitely more
Dane,
me, isn't there?
Dane.
Yeah,
Dane.
there's...
That's it.
So make a few
Acid
adjustments
splash.
with actual
I'm trying
people
to eat my
sitting
carrots here.
Oh,
The costume.
the costume.
What?
The two of us.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. My bad, bro.
Yeah,
Come on, get your
My bad.
you gotta put it on this
There you
shoulder.
go,
You
there
gotta
you
keep it
go.
on this
Why?
shoulder. Because it'll be the inside shoulder. It'll be easier to see.
I'm going fuck.
It's in frame, it's in frame. Doesn't matter, guys. Alright, so.
Life.
I have to hold it up like this.
I'm just gonna slowly start buying more of these to give us actual swarm of them.
Each week.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
Possum.
with it being
Fuck.
about 25 years from where our last little epilogue kind of just wrapped up, or 25 years off from where the campaign kind of ended, a little further south, or a lot further south, and a little further west, we find ourselves in kind of the main hub of the Trexian Empire, the City of Coin, or Tapsikis. As one of the wealthiest cities in all of Arendriel, the capital of the mercantile nation of the Trexian Empire. Nearly every aspect of life in Tapsikis revolves around money and commerce. Its wealth and influence are so well known that legends in foreign lands contend for the city streets, literally paved with gold in some areas. Some enterprising citizens travel long and far to extract some of these treasures or even take from the cobblestone. The city of Coin, almost to an extent like Vegas, never really sleeps. And there's always activity, always coin to be peddled, always money to be made. Shit, I made the wrong character for the wrong campaign.
Why'd I make a poor character?
There we go. We should have brought original Fugaku into this one.
Oh my
Oh,
original.
drop the phone.
Bye, Ben.
My new
Like version
storyline
one
is
for
Right.
manipulating the devices of the city.
What is it? Sarah would have fucking hated this place even more. But the City of Coin never sleeps, constantly abuzz, with haggling of merchants, ruthless competition, peddlers, hustlers, con artists, and criminals. Though, in the Trexian Empire, the lines between these groups is often blurred. In Tapsikis, money is power, and there's a stark contrast between those who possess it and those who do not.
The Untouchables.
The influential organizations that run the city's economy, such as the oppressed Cowed Wizards, or the enigmatic Shadow Thieves, or the... lost my place. Sorry. The obscenely wealthy mercantile houses, act with unfettered impunity, answering only to themselves. Those who fall on the lower rungs of the social ladder, like the poor who dwell in the slums, have no recourse for the authority of law. For them, life in the City of Coin is a daily struggle to survive, where a danger lurks around every corner. Officially, Tapsikis is ruled by the Council of Six. Although council positions were once held anonymously, the current council members rule openly, relying on their sponsors to protect them from threats and retaliations from potential rivals. The council consists of the leader of House Selimchant, backed by the Cowed Wizards, the matriarch of House Daenerys, supported by the Shadow Thieves.
What's the first one?
The house?
Yeah.
Selim Chant.
Wizards.
The Cowed Wizards.
Coward wizards?
Cowed. Like a cow.
Oh, I thought you said like cow.
Cow Wizards?
I was
Damn it, that's what
imagining-
Sarah said too!
I was imagining
Just a
cow
bunch of like
wizards.
Minotaur, like
Second
cow
one,
people.
I'd be right.
Dannihyr
Wizards.
Daenerys.
N-N-Y-H-R.
Supported by the Shadow Thieves. And the rulers of the independent mercantile families of House Alabakar, House Ophel, House Nashavar, and House Havarian, the most recent addition.
House
to the
Havarian.
council.
House
Close.
Hafarian?
Havarian.
Hafarian?
Havarian.
lives on.
Ness something.
For those of you that have been within the city or know the city well, law in Tapsikis is based on the golden rule. Those who have the gold make the rules. Actions that would be considered illegal or immoral in other lands are tolerated, provided that offenders are rich enough to pay the predetermined fines.
Wow.
It's America.
It's just American. God damn.
Lewd behaviors are rampant within the city, slavery is common, and even the thieves within the city are permitted to operate provided they follow the term of written contracts. The only real crime in Tapsikis, other than being poor, is the use of arcane magic within the city limits. The Cowed Wizards, complete oversight over, have complete oversight over spellcasters. As a result, only a handful of sorcerers are licensed to be practitioners openly in Tapsikis.
Sorry, quick question.
Yes.
It was the what, 6?
The Council of Six.
Okay. Sorry, alright, continue.
Okay. Practice there's only a handful of sorcerers that are licensed to practice openly in Tapsikis. All exclusively under contract with the various high houses. Now resent all exclusives under the contract of various high houses in Tapsikis. Enforcement of this ban on arcane magic is under the purview of Cowed Wizards, who administer brutal punishments on anyone who flout this law. Many of the high houses now resent this arrangement, as they feel the Cowed Wizards are little more than agents working on behalf of House Selim Chant.
And how many high houses are there?
There
There's
are
6 of them?
there's technically 2 of the high houses now, the Selim Chant and the Daenerys, and the other 4 are just higher mercantile houses. But all 6 of those houses and families operate under the Council of 6.
I'd be writing.
Hey,
I already have half a page, Michael.
Yeah, I'm typing it because I can't write that
how
quick.
do you guys have
I'm-
more pages than me?
I'm relying on my
It's
part.
because okay, 3 lines. No arcane
Hey.
magic.
You're the elephant. You should remember it.
No, that's
Michael, I'm
I didn't
picking
write that in
keep
this
mine.
character.
What are the names of the 2 houses?
Selim Chant are backed by the Cowed Wizards. And House Daenerys are supported by the Shadow Thieves. But with most of the other houses resenting this arrangement with the Cowed Wizards, the dissenters lack the influence
again.
and resources to effectively oppose the status quo. Any questions from that?
Not yet. Can I ask questions later?
Of course.
Okay.
Can I ask? No.
No.
My guy's gonna fucking walk into town, cast a spell, and be put down.
Killed on sight.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
You like it?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Cool.
He doesn't like it.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Don't
just
make him
joshing.
think I actually don't.
flipping and kind of starting are honing in with the general kind of basis and understanding of some of the most basic laws of Tapsicus. Where again, if you have money, you can get by with a lot. If you don't have money, things could possibly become quite difficult for you. Flipping to the duo that just on the outskirts of Tapsicus have been traveling together for not terribly long, but growing more familiar with each other. Currently in the process of tracking down an individual known as Quickblade. As you got
Such a dumb name.
What?
fine, Dane, you would do this. I have to come up with so many names. They all can't be winners.
Hey, I like
It
it.
reminds me of
Hey,
Young
I
Dad.
liked it.
Fine.
Hey.
You know what? They're tracking down a guy named Abs.
No!
Just make
Yes,
just
I-
make his name
I
jump.
want to kill that guy.
His name is Slow Knife.
Slow knife.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, Michael.
I was on a good roll. Ruined everything.
Good.
Now it's awkward, Dane.
Um,
Dane.
That's so awkward. Fuck. Damn it.
But being outside of the kind of city limits, having that open, the harsh, hot, arid desert that surrounds the city during the day hours, it is gruesome. It is terribly hot. Lighter silken clothes, masks or covers for the sand are almost a necessity and a requirement to make any type of traveling. The two of you had closed in on one of these leads, trying to track down hints or leads towards a bigger bounty. Tony Two Tails.
Tony?
Tony
Tony
Two
Two
Tails.
Is
Tails.
Tony?
His
Taking
name's
down fat
Tony.
Tony. Tails, like he's got a tail.
It's
A tale of two cities.
not much is known from that of Tony Two Tails, other than
I
being
like that one.
a
Other than the number of his tails.
oh
I
God,
do
guys.
like Tony.
Other
We're never
than
gonna get
being
through this.
almost to the extent of a bandit or upper bandit, if you will, kind of mob boss in a sense. Most of his kind of gang, if you will, or thugs and members are known as the Meowling Marauders.
God.
Are they
Meow.
But-
Alright. I assume?
Meow.
But-
Marauders.
They could be like
Are
Are they
they're like,
meowing marauders?
But trying to pinpoint and get some extra leads on him, able to try to track down this individual known as Quickblade,
what do they call him?
and kind of and start to begin kind of coming up onto a small little shelter or hideout that you guys have kind of tailed, believing that he resides within. What are you doing?
So excited.
So wait, question. Are we just like walking?
You guys would have, I mean, either
I'm a big fella.
you are a big fella. They make big horses. If you guys were riding by horses,
They got Quincy.
you do have Quincy. If you're walking, if you're riding, or you're going to be walking, it's not too terribly far outside of city limits.
If I could be riding, I would be. If that's an option for me in this,
What
in
if you
this
rode a
day and
camel?
age. A
Rode a
big old
camel?
camel.
Your preference, are you riding
I'm
a
gonna give him a
camel or
third hump
a
on his
big old
back.
horse?
I like the big old camel.
Okay.
An
Yes.
elephant on a camel is just beautiful to me.
You know what would be great?
What?
If you guys like bust in and you're like, we got you, Quickblade, and then he's like,
Two tail.
God damn it, why does everybody call me Quick Blade.
I don't even use a blade.
God damn
Let's
it.
have call me Tony Two Tails. I have one tail.
Who started this rumor?
Who
But
started this?
before approaching the structure, if there's anything that you guys are planning, seeking, putting in place,
I'm definitely. This is, like, if not the very first bounty for Rudy, it's very close to it.
Does this guy want it dead or alive?
I guess dead or alive, for this. Hopefully,
Okay.
you're ascertaining and trying to get some type of information from them to trace back or find a better
Right.
location for Tony Two Tails. But also, before you get too much into it, why don't both of you, for everybody, describe who or what they're kind of looking at?
You got it. Go ahead.
Rudy, what did we see when we see Rudy?
You see big old elephant Chungus.
Bro.
He's a big elephant guy, right? Humanoid elephant. He's got, desert kind of garb. He's got little goggles that he uses for sandstorms up here. He's got pretty
here?
decent sized tusks. He's not like ripped, but he's not like a chonker either. He's just a big boned fella. And right,
Okay.
Elephant
Husky.
even.
he's husky.
A husky elephant.
Hey, husky. Okay. Mama was a husky and your papa was a.
What kind of weapons do you have on you? What kind of gear?
Oh yeah, he's got like a rapier on his side. He's got little daggers and stuff on like his legs strapped around there, but they're kind of concealed, so you wouldn't see that right off
Nice.
the bat. But yep, he's just big chilling on his camel. He's really making. This is like the first time he's ever tried to ride something too, probably. So he's like
It's a
making
little
sure he's all
awkward.
right. He's like,
You alright down there, big fella? Are
You
alright down
Are you
there?
okay?
Camel continues
his voice?
continues trotting.
Yep, this is Rudy. Hello?
Can everyone hear Rudy on the stream?
Can
He's
everybody...
mimicking all of the like cowboys and like the plays or whatever.
Oh my God, what?
Gosh, Booze Chugger's getting off. Goodbye, Booze
Bye, Booze
Chugger.
Chugger.
"See ya, booze."
We can definitely hear Rudy.
Mike, okay.
What do you look
Sorry.
like?
Muhan. I have kind of stereotypical cowboy attire. He's got a red bandana that a lot of times when he's out in the heat and there's sandstorms or something, he'll have like the
Cow.
kind of
Bandito.
bandana over his nose and mouth, and he's got a cowboy hat, brown, lots of browns,
Lots of browns.
some boots on, he wears gloves, and his gear, he usually keeps a lot of his gear, like his backpack and stuff, on Quincy, his horse, and he's got a gun
Pew
strapped
pew.
to him under his coat.
6-shooter.
Yeah, a little 6-shooter. And I guess right now he'd probably also have his. He said because he can summon his sword.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that out yet, but I can summon up a long sword. That would be the other gear you would have, and yep, kind of average height, humanoid. Kind of average build, I guess.
Much smaller than me.
Yeah, way smaller than the.
He looks very small
Rudy.
next
Yeah.
to me.
All right.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Balcoy?
Balcoy?
Yeah.
Ben doesn't get it.
Boki.
Wow.
Do you get it, Ben?
Wuhan
No.
Balcoy.
Don't
Wuhan
ask Ben to do
Balboy.
things with words.
Human cowboy.
Human cowboy?
Muhan Bow.
His nickname is Otis.
Otis.
All right. Well, if we come up
So
to
kind of
the
coming up, still a bit away to where, I mean, any direct noise or encroaching, it's not going to tip anybody off to...
Is this guy known for being lethal and aggressive, or is he just? It's like
Yes.
Just
Given
yes.
known the bounty, return dead would allot you 5 gold. But if you return him live or provide better information or a location to trying to track down Tony Two Tails, it would up the bounty to 20 gold upon completion.
all right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast false life on myself, just in case things get hairy.
Okay.
So a D4 plus 4. I got 1, so 5. First roll is already great. First roll.
Whoop whoop.
Right. So that lasts an hour. I turn to Rudy and I go, Will, seems to be the place here. I got my mask up.
Oh, that place up there?
Yep. I dismount from Quincy and I kind of. Is there somewhere where I can like?
Yeah, you can kind of reins them, tie them up.
Rein him up. Best put your mount here, friend.
Alright, I'm gonna like try to get off and cut it. Oh, okay.
I walk over and offer it. Do you need my help?
Well, if you don't mind, I'm just not used to this kind of thing.
All right, you got it.
Alright, I just fall towards him.
I just back up.
You back up, kind of just fall in dust.
I help
Blows
my
up.
stick arm out.
Oh. Man, those the humps on that, man. The number on my back.
Yeah, I don't like riding them.
You pop your back. It's like crack, 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 crack.
Will, listen. Hand on shoulder. Since this is your first time. Why don't I take the lead here? I'll take point. You got my back.
I was definitely going to say the same thing. You go first.
You're sure you don't want to take point here? You seem pretty confident.
I don't even know what a point is.
Fair enough. Just stay behind me and look big.
Oh, I can do that, and then I'm gonna.
Puff of it.
Yeah, my cheeks.
We got 2 ways we can do this. We can go subtle, or we can go exciting.
Well, the second one sounds exciting.
That it does. I stay here. I walk forward. I'm assuming we're like kind of out a little bit.
Yeah.
I just can I try? Are there windows and stuff, or like is it like
Looking at it, I mean, it looks to be like a small, like almost a storage shed or something as like kind of a drop point. Rickety wooden structure, just probably a 10 maybe by 15 building. It's got a door kind of on the front side as you're kind of coming across or looking at it. There's a small window on that same front to the right of it. Circling around the sides of the back, you haven't really gone through that yet, but there is one single door and a small window towards the right.
I got an idea. You walk up to the door and knock and get their attention.
So, let me just make sure I'm hearing you right. You want me to walk up
Right?
and knock on the door?
Yeah. Listen, it's gonna work out. This guy Quickblade ain't much of a killer, I heard.
It sounds kind of like a killer.
His blade may be quick, but it's pretty dull, if you know what I mean.
Oh. Yeah, not very interesting. I got you.
Right. We just want to talk to him so we can find out about Tony Two Tails.
Oh, so I should just knock on the door and say, hey,
Right.
I'm just wondering, do you know Tony Two Tails?
Yeah. Yes, exactly that.
You're sure?
I'm 100%. Do I look like I'm unsure?
You don't look it, but I feel it.
I'm sure. Trust me.
Your whispering makes me more
Come
confident.
on.
Okay.
All right. I slap him on the ass to get going.
And I'm kind of like uncannily high, like.
I want to make my way wide, and I want to
Yep.
go up to the window.
Okay. Stealthfully?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth check then.
19.
Okay. So as you're
So-
kind of like
so I'm just-
slowly
I'm
big,
just-
and
yeah,
you're just
I'm
kind
just-
of like nonchalantly
And I'm
walking
kind of
up.
trying to
I
like,
got my guns drawn, by the way.
as I'm going up into myself,
Alright, you know what you got yourself into. Do this. It's okay.
Sweaty
Do it
bullets.
for grandma. Yeah, just remember what it's for. Okay.
I get so if I get up to the door, like, can I see like where he's at?
Yeah, he's just kind of circled off to the right side, towards the window, but coming at kind of the angle, the corner of the house, not to be like
okay.
in direct window line of
Gotcha.
sight.
So I'm just gonna, before I knock, I'm up at the door. I'm just gonna turn to him and give him that look.
I'll
Like,
say you turn to him and he's like at the corner of the house, like gun like hand right beneath the
and
window.
I'm like just making sure, like, sure. All right, and then I'm gonna try to just gentle.
With your trunk?
Tell him you want to
Yes.
talk.
Hmm?
Tell him you want to talk.
You immediately hear like some rustling and everything from the interior.
I just want to talk.
Say, hey, quit blade. We just want to talk to you.
Quick Blade? We just want to talk to you.
Who's we?
With me and my horse.
Me and my mount out here.
What about?
Why don't you open up the door?
Why don't you open up the door so we can talk face to face?
Can I look in the window and see where the guy is?
Make a perception check for me.
14.
14. Kind of peeking up a little bit. Doesn't look like too much resides in here. Small kind of simple table in the center. A few pieces of furniture kind of on the outskirts. A real crappy bed toward the back corner of the room. But it looks like he was currently like in the process of being at the center table, snacking on some type of rations or something there, but had kind of like in immediate fervor like cleared the table a little bit and kind of like darted off to the side as he's kind of like yelling over his shoulder back towards the door, getting something from one of the side pieces, like a desk. We can talk here just fine. What do you want?
Tell him you're going to open the door if he doesn't.
If you don't open the door, I will.
I just keep looking over to him like for everything, like good, like.
Ask him if he knows about Tony Two Tails.
Do you know about Tony Two Tails?
And there's like the wrestling kind of like stops for a second and hesitates.
If he give his info on him.
I'll come to the door. Hold on. You start hearing like the footsteps.
I want to hold a Misty Step
Okay.
to teleport behind him with my
Okay.
gun at his back of his head. Like,
Gonna kill him?
right when he opens the door. I want to, like,
Okay. So when he opens the door, you're
So
gonna misty
what?
step behind him.
yep.
Okay. So he gets to the door and you hear like the footsteps stop.
Is it, you're gonna like fucking cock it back, cock the hammer back, talking as you're behind him. Good so hard.
That's the wrong guy.
So nervous.
I'm shaking.
First damage in the campaign. What? First damage.
As the footsteps stop for a second, you're kind of waiting for that kind of like rusty hinge or that doorknob turn. Rudy, you immediately feel a sharp pain in your chest as through kind of the slats of a door you see a blade stick through the door and kind of pierce into you, taking 7 points of piercing damage.
Can I now... Yeah.
Poof in and roll initiative for me, guys.
Ready.
What in the fuck?
Oh, dear.
Alright, guys.
Oh,
dear.
Oh, gosh.
Did you know this was gonna happen?
Cave tricorn, right? All I know right now is
Should
Rudy
be known
is
by the
big.
name.
Yeah.
Rudy's so big, he dwarfs.
I will say it was kind of intentional.
It's all right.
I'm
You
sorry.
knew I could take it.
I'm sorry. Out of game, I'm
Rudy-
sorry.
he
Rudy,
set
hey,
you up.
You trying to kill me?
No, I'm just trying to not die.
Just
Okay.
take one for the team.
Where we got for initiatives?
17 for Wuhan.
I got a 19.
Nice.
Okay.
You're just
I
like,
guess I'll do something about this.
open the door now?
So yeah, as
You might get sneak attack because fucking
Here, we'll get some.
Flanking.
You can do a punch him in the face.
So as you felt this sharp pain, kind of like, for you, not necessarily even chest, just kind of like lower gut from still being like a pretty big towering frame over the normal sized door frame. Feeling this start bleh, sharp pierce into your stomach and then quickly recoils. You have Muhan to your right just gone and vanish, and you're standing there in front of the door.
I guess I'm just gonna like kind of let out like the trumpet sound kind of from the trunk, like ah, and then I'm just gonna barge to the door.
Okay, make an athletics check for me.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to eat.
Okay.
KKKKK.
I love both these characters so much already. Thank you.
It's gonna be a 9.
9. So
Low roll.
even with your size and weight, you kind of shoulder into it to go through it. And due to like the oversizing framing, not that you're not strong enough to go through the door, but you almost hit more of the side wall and framework as it rattles and dust and sand kind of falls. Movement or bonus action?
I guess for the movement, I'm just gonna kind of move to the side of the door a little bit, just in case he tries to. Because I don't know what's back there. I don't know what he did.
Right. Nope.
So I'm just gonna like
Move
get
on.
out of the
just
way
gone.
of the door so he
You were
doesn't just
just
go
step-
another.
Okay, so you step a few feet off to the side.
And then. Yeah, and I'm just gonna kind of look in the window to see like, cause it's right there, right? It's like the side.
Yeah, so stepping over and seeing, and now you can like kind of glance in it real quick and see Quickblade is holding like a scimitar like sword blade, like getting ready to probably like stab through again.
Quick.
It looked pretty quick.
Felt good.
And you see your companion behind him with gun held out.
Oh, I don't. And that's it.
Muhan.
My turn. I want to, I'm teleported right behind him, so I want to like press the gun kind of back of his head, and I say, hold up, friend. I want to try and intimidate him.
Okay.
And I'd say, why don't we just sit and talk for a minute?
Okay, make an intimidation check for me.
15.
15.
Shaking those boots.
Anything else or a bonus? Or holding anything?
Is that my action?
I'd say probably, yeah. If you're really trying to, like, sell it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you're just holding and waiting then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I will. Wow, well, I can't. Disengage is an action, right? Unless I'm like a rogue or
Correct.
something. Okay, so yeah, then that's my action.
Okay. So, he quickly turns around towards you, like, blade still, like, kind of in thrusting position, but, like, scurries, like, kind of back pressed up against the door now with you being inside.
Can I say something to him?
Sure.
If he's like banging on the doors, like he just if it's
there's all
cracked and stuff, I'm gonna say, you're better dealing with me than you are with him. He's a little big.
Kind
I
of
suggest you put
turns,
your knife down.
thrusts towards you, looking. What do you want?
We just want to talk with you. Look, friend, there's a bounty on your head, dead or alive. I'd rather bring you in alive. Or we could have never met, but all you got to do is give us some information.
What type of information do you need?
We need info on Tony Two Tails.
We can't talk about Tony. We're just gonna wind up dead.
We don't talk about Tony.
That's what I was thinking.
I still have my mask up the whole time. I'm gonna pull my mask down and
kinda like-
feel my face and say like,
Pushes
I
further
already
into the
done
door.
did that. Now why don't we talk?
I'm talking.
And I'm gonna say, here, why don't I make things a little easier? And I'm gonna like take my bullets out of my gun and pocket them. There.
So you hear some conversation going. You're still kind of like peeking in on the side, watching. Are you doing anything else, or just watching from a distance?
So can I kind of hear what he's saying? Okay. So I just want to.
It's not a very insulated building.
Yeah, I want to hold
Gotta
just in
keep thinking
case he tries to make like a move, because I saw like his blade went through the door like that. So I'm gonna kind of ready myself next to the door
Okay.
to kind of like so I don't get hit again, but so I can just kind
Okay.
of back it into the door in case he tries to make a move on him. Just like,
Okay.
through the door.
So you're kind of
Because
positioning yourself a little
I'm
later.
guessing that I could hear him kind of back into the door.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not anywhere near as like a loud shake as like you
Yeah.
ramming into it.
Why don't we take a seat?
Sorry. That's fine.
Yes.
He kind of like starts like.
I'm doing this at this point.
He still has like his blade. It's not full like aggressive, but starts kind of circling around,
Holster it.
circling around the room a little bit. And again, it's only about 10 feet wide, not very much room to wiggle and get through and anything. But starts like making his way over towards the table, but slowly kind of like pulls back. The seat still like blade in hand. Slowly like sits and lowers it. Kind of sword still just
sit in the chair
on the table.
You mind if my friend listens in too? It's his first time out.
He's a student. I'm training him.
You look at the
Job shadowing me
Yeah.
right now.
He's an intern. Here's a
I'm
thing.
training him
It is
right
what it
now.
is.
Do you mind?
As long as you don't mind me getting myself a drink.
Fucking shoot
What
the
kind?
bartenders in.
What'd you have?
A flask,
If you don't mind sharing.
I can share.
Alright, I get up and go open the door for Rudy.
Door opens from the inside.
Come on in there, Rudy.
Fucking
Yeah,
blood
I was gonna say, I'm like,
Yeah,
because
just
I was
still, like-
ready to the side, and then like he goes, I'm like,
You like peek in?
Oh,
I wanna oh, never mind, I can't. Never mind, that's a self spell. I was gonna just cast false life on him.
Womp womp.
Come on in.
I'm gonna
You
come
might
in.
have to stand. I don't know if these chairs can hold you.
well, a lot of times I have to do
It
that
just
kind of
is
thing.
self.
And so
That's fun.
I go in. I'm
Oh,
still trying to make
false light.
myself look big
Yeah,
and imposing.
Okay.
And I'm
Sure.
gonna stand in front of the door, like close
Okay, yeah.
the door.
Easily
and I'm just
enough
gonna-
as you have to kind of like duck in like sideways and like
and
suck in for a
I'm even
minute.
trying to make my facial expression look a little more intimidating than like I normally
Okay,
am.
make an intimidation check for me.
Oh god.
Oh, and to clarify too, I would have put my mask back up, but it like flashed it for a second.
Perfect.
Because I don't think technically he would have seen my face yet fully.
Probably not, unless you intended it.
No, I would have kept it hidden.
It's gonna be a 4.
Okay.
Just
You're looking. Stay here.
I can't. It's like you screwed me up by saying it was my first time.
Like,
You gave away the info.
there's like excited but almost embarrassment coming through. Like, I can do this. Kind of with a couple more guests, kind of gets up slowly, not being overly cautious with his movements. Sword still, or saber still laying on the table. Goes over to the side to get like these 3 smaller like tin shot glasses and sets them out. Kind of now a little shaky on the pour. Pulls out a flask from kind of underneath his coat and kind of shakily pours these 3. My D&D Beyond just freaked out.
That's fucked up.
I know, it's asking me to please verify if I'm a human. Like, yeah, I just
Yeah,
had it
bro.
open for a long time. Sorry, D&D
Are
Beyond.
you human?
Maybe.
Part human.
But pours them, slides 2 of the shot glasses to the other side of the table. Takes it just kind of like eyeballing both of you guys.
I walk over and sit back down. Get real close to the table. Kind of, So,
Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Say I wasn't drinking until he did. Idiot. You're so stupid.
13.
That is exactly what you needed. So as the liquid goes down, you can feel kind of like the sharp sting in your throat. Maybe if you had a little bit more life to you, it would have came through a little more. But you take 4 points of poison damage.
Alright. Oh, wait.
Unless...
Oh, hold on. Oh, that's advantage on disease and getting poisoned. I have resistance to poison.
Okay, well then that's 2 points for you. As it doesn't quite tingle as hard as he probably was hoping.
I look back at Rudy and go, hold up before you take a drink. Let's get
I
down.
hold- I hold
to,
up to
let's
my
get
cup
down
and-
to business first. Tony Two Tails. We need to know where he might be residing. Who he might be exactly.
I told you I can't help you with that.
Oh, I suggest you do. So we know that you have info.
I keep thinking
Oh.
you cast suggestion on him.
Oh,
Old
yeah.
character, new disc.
Oh crap! Sorry, I got it.
No
Ah,
character who this.
sorry, guys. You see, again, there's a bounty on your head, friend. I hate to break it to you, but that's what we came looking for. To collect on. Again, we could have never met, but you really should do yourself a favor and tell us about it.
I mean, you guys can leave. That's fine. I would prefer if we never met.
Well, we can't leave without the information. What? Am I not? Did I not clarify that?
I think he might be a little bit slow.
So what happens if I don't tell you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you could find out. I'll tell you what. I'm pretty good at counting. I'll give you till the count of 10
Kind of see start some of the more sweat, just kind of like
to tell me
beating
what you
and
know.
coming down.
Can I under the table? Can I try to sleight of hand my gun out?
Roll
To
slide
point at
hand
him?
check.
No, just fucking hold it in your pocket.
19
like in
plus
El
2.
Camino.
19 plus 2, 21.
Okay.
You
So yeah, without issue. I mean, not even flinching. Have the gun
Yep.
drawn and ready.
And I start counting. Just tell me something. 1, 2.
He mostly hits the western side trade. I mean,
Yeah, I think we already knew that. Tell us something we don't know. 3,
I don't know what you know.
4. Can I roll an insight check, see if he's genuinely just...
Sure, roll an insight check.
Before you just fucking blow
Yeah.
his brain.
BAM!
that's a 7.
7. I mean, he definitely seems like
Just nervous.
kind of on his toes. Could be trying to hide and fearing what happens. If, I mean, details did leak, or he... Probably more the latter still, just with how nervous and this kind of intimidation is working currently.
And all we know about Tony Two Tails is that he is the leader of the Meowling Marauders.
Yep.
And what did he just say? He resides on the west side?
Usually hits like some of the trade and merchant routes towards the west.
Bro is scribing right now in his left hand. He's non-dominant.
Yeah. Alright. Well, 5, I think is what I'm on.
Abzu says yes.
Oh,
Halfway there, buddy.
thank you.
Well, I mean, what about him? I mean, he's bleeding all over the place. Aren't you going to take care of your friend?
Oh, he's alright. You feel alright?
Oh, I feel great.
And he downs his shot as you kind of turned and looked.
Uh-oh.
He,
Oh, because he fucking.
He took the
probably,
cyanide
like,
pill!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's probably like.
You kind of see like still that kind of like nervous shiver and kind of shake and like cold sweat kind of take before he kind of just and falls face first down onto the table.
That counts as one
Well,
for
this-
me.
I guess I'm at 10.
oh my fucking gosh.
I stand up, put my gun up. Let me see that. I walk over and splash it on him.
Bitch.
Check his pulse.
After you splash
Roll a
it
medicine
on,
check for me.
Oh god.
you splash the
Oh, this guy's
poison on
totally
him.
Nat
alive.
20?
He's dead.
Rip a
He
hole.
did.
Well, seems like
He was a
Took
real
care of
one.
himself.
Quick.
I
Boy, try
I kind
to
of like
find
just kind of
Quick
walk
silver.
around and go to that trunk that he was digging in. Rudy, take anything valuable off of him. I'm gonna look in here.
Hey,
Okay, roll
stop
2 investigation checks for me.
What?
Ooh. Can I use my inspiration?
If you'd like to.
Yes, I would like to, please. That was a 5.
Very big inspiration.
Oh god, I can't even see what that is. Yeah, 5.
It's already
Damn it!
I got 12.
12. Rudy, for you, kind of rooting through, you find the flask that probably has one singular more dose of poison within it. You could assume it's poison from what he had poured and how it worked. If you'd like to pocket that, there is also a coin pouch of 10 gold pieces.
There you go.
Muhan, within the kind of trunk area he was kind of digging, there are 3 rusty daggers and 2 spare water skins.
3 dusty raggers.
I'll take the
Sure.
I'll take a water skin. A water skin. Actually, I'll take both of them. Do you have one already?
You never can have enough water, man.
Well, actually,
So
I was
you're
gonna get it for
fucking
Quincy because
Quincy a bitch, bro. He don't need it.
I kill Abzu right now.
Oh,
I'll help.
No.
Yeah,
not
thank you,
already.
thank you.
Alright, then I get to play a Blood Hunter Simic Hybrid.
Yeah. Damn,
Order
great
the
how
light
that
in.
works. All right.
Ancestral Guardian Barbarian.
Turns into a werebear.
Yeah, Werebear's so fucking lame. I should love Werebear so much. Were-rat.
So with
A were owl bear.
an unfortunate dead end, but a successful recovery of a bounty, the 2 of you head back towards the city, body in tow.
I assume I just slung him over my shoulder.
Carry him however you'd like.
I balance him on my tusks.
And you wrap your trunk around and make sure he doesn't be stable.
Yeah. Just. It's
It
actually
smells like shit.
But making your way back
smells like money.
within the town, within the Dustfall kind of area, or referred to as the Dustfall. It's not the slums, but it's definitely not the best area to reside in. Kind of working out of, obviously Muhan, you being more familiar with it. Kind of almost front of kind of like an old tavern or bar known as the Last Straw.
Last straw.
Last
All right.
Straw. Operated and ran kind of as the headsman that orchestrates gaining the information and kind of handing out or giving bounties, known as Virkith. Older human male, kind of thinning, pulled back, white hair, eye patch over the left eye, almost a sky blue pupil in the other, almost to where you think it's like cloudy or going blind.
Real Odin.
But-
You said he's a human.
Yes.
Alright.
Nice, not Santa Claus level, but bushy beard, couple inches long, scraggly. But returned to him for kind of payment, with the unfortunate news of not getting much useful information or returning live for a further interrogation. He leaves you guys with a new kind of possibility for coin. There is an event, so to speak, on the upcoming. There has recently been a new temple or tomb that has been unearthed and uncovered from one of the raging sandstorms just but a couple days outside of town. The city itself is holding almost like an itinerary, but more of a race for riches. Many of the houses are paying a decent amount of coin for anyone involved, and offering just as the city itself, anyone that can bring back the riches or find out the secrets will be rewarded handsomely. Handsomely.
Handsomely.
Yeah, hamsterly.
Very, very
Rewarded with
slim.
one hamster.
Yes, that's it. That's all you got.
Brady would
Given,
be scared of it.
but that's going on and happening within 3 days' time, kind of as the next big gold pursuit before any of these other bounties or more info closing in on any of these other bounties, if you will. I don't want to say bounty that many times.
Bounties.
I don't know
Any
any other
bounties.
words. But with kind of a few more days to kind of talk about how that went with Quick Blade, or prepare for a 3 days journey, having the additional 5 gold, however you guys wish to split that amongst you or
I'll
keep
give him
yourselves.
3.
Kind of flipping over to
The what?
Abzu.
Oh shit.
Oh, no, I have
and Winnie.
And Winnie.
Having met for a while now, kind of bumping into on one of your runic archaeology discoveries or explorations, stumbling across some of the fey nature there. Before we get too real into all of those details, why don't you guys give a nice little description of each other for me?
Actually, I give a description of you, and you
Yeah,
give a
that's a good
description
idea.
of me.
Okay, so Abzu is obviously not obviously, but he is an emerald gem dragonborn. So he has that kind of translucent emerald skin. He has horns that kind of go back and they do kind of wave back like that. That are disconnected. About a third of the way. Do you guys mind?
Are you listening?
Do you guys mind? Or you just
Everybody was patient and polite when you guys had your moment.
But as
Yeah,
soon
but
as you guys
you know,
stop
it's
having
over
a
for
moment,
them.
whatever.
You know.
Sorry.
Anyway, the horns go back, and about a third of the way up, there's a gap from where they just kind of hover. He's a dragonborn. He's so cool.
What?
His
It's kind of like your horns are like ion stones.
Yeah.
Almost.
yeah, almost.
Nice.
But they're just kind of hovering there. He has. He's cool. He's so cool. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, Jackson.
Thank you, Jackson.
Okay.
His outerwear is kind of torn desert attire, obviously meant to be functional against the wind and the whipping sands. He has kind of a big backpack, and at the end of that backpack, a clockwork little firefly. It's kind of hovering around him, his little companion. He made it. I don't want to be that guy. That firefly does emit light. Just so you guys know.
Okay.
There are, of course, he has a cowl because he's out just roaming the desert. Glasses for sand. A lot of, in his non-dominant hand, an alchemist supplies. A lot of vials, supplies, any of that kind of stuff. Underneath his tattered desert clothes, you see little glints of nice, glimmering emerald armor, at least in color. That's it. That's him.
That's our Abzu.
Abzu. Little cool firefly.
Abzu.
Aberob.
I would prefer
For just clarification.
Abzu.
Abzu.
Let me get my.
Abzu.
It's
But
definitely
Abzu,
easier
Abzu, I'm not
definitely
gonna
easier
be.
for my
Would he get
character voice
offended
to
if
have
somebody
that.
called him Abzu?
Abzu. What?
Would he get offended if somebody called him Abzu?
I don't know. Why don't you
No.
try and find out?
I mean, you could try
I'm-
out, but no. he
Winnie
wouldn't.
Dane will be
officially
mad
is
at
gonna
you.
call him Abzu.
Dane also won't be mad at you.
What about Zuzu?
What about Zeus?
He,
Zuzu. You just said.
It's cute.
he's just a cool guy. Okay.
I just
Winnie?
love him.
All right. So standing at 3 feet tall, 40 pounds, I have my little fairy lady.
Now entering the
I'm
ring.
looking at your
Now
stats
entering
right
the ring is my little fairy lady. In case you didn't know, she does have a winter birthday, so if you guys want to get her presents,
That's her opener.
that's my opener.
What's her zodiac?
Describe your character. Give me presents.
Give me presents. So, she honestly kind of looks like a goob. She has a gnocchi mushroom hair that goes to like about here. She also has just what it looks like, just scraps of clothes on her, but she is just okay with that. She also has red little like John Lennon glasses, I guess.
John Lennon.
I
glasses?
do.
That's fucked up,
I
E.G.
do. She has a little mushroom staff that, to be honest, she might leave it somewhere. She's not gonna have it long. She just found it. And she has like a little satchel of like water, presumably given by you because she just wouldn't own that. And she also has a little bag, except it's not a bag. It's a big jar full of just moss and like a snail. And one of the she's also barefoot, not wearing any shoes, which is okay,
Sand, bro.
which is fine. She
She can hover.
she hovers. She does mostly. She do be tripping on her own feet, so that's why she hovers. Sorry. Along with the jar of moss that she just owns, she also has, in case you guys didn't notice already, pink, like, fairy wings. I figure that's pretty important to say.
Let's go.
She also has a incomplete pack of playing cards with her at all times. She likes magic tricks, not good at them. She also has like,
That's so funny.
a little painter set, kind of also like a bag just on her side that she can open up. It's leaking.
That's fucked up.
And I think that's it. She's very petite. Her skin is kind of like a white iridescent type thing.
We both have cool skin.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
What's not cool skin, Dane?
Oh, and
Yeah.
there's just also like there's also just a mass amount of possums near her at all times. One of them is real. The rest are not.
Rudy
But-
will be scared of them.
Does she know which one's real?
They're all real to Winnie. Come on, guys, let's be real.
She has no idea. But yeah, that's what you're looking at. Oh, she also has a big hat. Big wizard hat.
Big wizard hat.
Yep.
Big wizard hat.
Yep.
I
Like
the
too
vibes.
big for your
Thank
head,
you.
wizard
Vibes.
hat.
Too big for my head, wizard hat.
We are so out of place.
Hey,
Just a couple of
it
real
is
ones.
okay. So, Abzu.
I literally don't care. what
Abzu.
she is.
I'd like to try to be correct.
No, I have no preference.
Mr. Marduk.
What?
Abzu. With kind of leading you and your companion into the city. Mainly being brought here by that of a proposition, or summons if you will. One of the mercantile houses seeking expertise and aid with this upcoming temple expedition, if you will, was reaching out and seeking for someone that was not shy from danger, used to some type of these explorations, and looking for someone to, not necessarily as a mercenary, but someone to pay their way in to represent their house within this kind of race to riches, if you will. So, bringing yourself and having stumbled across your companion Winnie, you find yourself making your way through the city of Tapsikis, following the directions given up to the upper end and side of the town, more towards that northeastern side, looking for the Alabakar house. Specifically looking for Dervis. Dervis.
Does anyone have a pack of playing cards for real?
Dervis.
Dervis. I actually think I do.
So
Two, can
the
I borrow
north-
it?
Stick, I like.
Can I borrow it for 2 seconds?
So
No, I'm
the
gonna be
northeast-
shit at
Wait, I got you for real.
Pick a card!
Boom.
There you go.
I'm not gonna mess with them.
Oh, I don't care. It's extra.
Okay.
Hello.
I
Just take
assume,
3 random cards out.
I assume I'm not
The
past the wall.
These are so
right?
pretty.
And like the big fucking wall that
Can you
runs
guys
through
hear me
town.
okay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can hear
can
you,
hear
Ben.
Okay. I made a Dervis stick.
What?
Joke. Nobody laughed.
Oh, sorry.
I did not hear the Dervis.
So
Probably
are
because
we?
it's not funny, Ben.
Are we just?
Ooh.
Oh wow. Are we
Um,
just like
now
walking?
that's-
At whatever pace you would like to enter the city, that is completely up to you. If you would like to take a more leisurely route, in
How much do I know about the no arcane magic thing? I assume 0. I guess I'm dumb.
you're not
I'm so used to
dumb.
playing a dumb character.
You're not dumb. And I would say, given the scope of having a proper invitation, kind of to the area, it would have not necessarily been like fully detailed, but at least like lightly outlined.
I'll keep my little firefly in here, still emitting light. Beacon in my chest. Yeah.
Kind of like glowing through. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
Iron Man.
I'm a funky looking guy. It shouldn't be.
about to say, walking kind of in through past the walls, and definitely the two of you definitely do catch some eyes, but this is also a very vast array of races within. Seeing these large elephant-like people, some that are more cat-like, there's humans, there's shorter individuals of the gnome or halfling variety, a few lizard folk through town. It's a very mixing pot. And actually being through pretty much any prejudices towards race almost don't exist as long as there's coin to overlook it. Anyone can be a customer. Anyone can be a seller or a provider.
Okay. I guess I'll just be like bumping along, just floating. But I'm gonna be like spilling cards. And I'm gonna say,
I'll have, instead of my firefly being tucked, I'll have him be picking up the cards.
and my
That when
my
he drops-
possums are in like a straight line behind me. I'm
Stepping
gonna-
over the cards.
I'm gonna look up at, is it, how do you pronounce it?
However you want. Instinct.
I've no
Is it
preference.
Abby?
Whatever,
I'm gonna call him Abby.
whatever Winnie would pronounce it like.
Abby, I have a trick. Spill.
Okay,
I figured it out just now.
you show me trick.
Pick a card.
Okay.
Not that one though,
Okay.
or that one. Pick this one right
Okay.
there. Now show me your card.
Okay.
Just keep it up there. Alright, you can now look at your card.
Okay.
Does it look like this, but red?
Oh, you do wonders again.
I came up with that on my own. That
You know,
time.
that's so good.
I think I think Winnie, I will try to give you glasses at the point.
And glasses? I could see the card you had. It was like that color red, right?
Yes, you are
I don't need
Quite-
glasses, like I got my puzzle.
quite right there.
If I squint and I look through my finger, I can see real well.
You okay? Yes.
Plus, you don't know how to make glasses. I don't know how to make glass.
I do. One day.
What?
We continue walking.
This dynamic duo. Oh goodness. Card tricks. That'll be a fun one to look forward to.
Oh god.
The deck of many things.
The deck of-
I took playing card sit.
Did you?
Yeah.
Just now?
So, as you guys continue following kind of the path and instructions, there's a few stops of kind of asking for clarification and someone writing you in the correct way. But you find your way to the nicer side of the city. Very regal, elaborate stonework and masonry. Columns, probably far more than there should ever be columns. Just ostentatious, if you will. But find your way to the residence
Ostentatious.
of Dervis Alibakar, where one of the few servants from the kind of grounds you've noticed kind of bring you in, have you kind of wait in the kind of front lobby for Dervis to come greet you. And again, even being within one of these residences, it is immaculate. There look to be what could be treasures or artifacts kind of lining the walls, very lavish tapestries kind of strewn throughout, not without. But a few minutes pass. Got an eye twitch.
Yeah. Sorry, I have like an eyelash in my eye.
Hey, with Winnie, I don't know if that's intentional or.
you know, that's just a personality trait.
But coming from kind of down one of the stairways to kind of meet, you kind of see on their way a very fine silks, loose robes, a not overweight individual, but very well fed and portly, a well kept kind of twisted mustache, head kind of covered with a silken head wrap, but begins kind of making his way down to and greet you, and about halfway kind of down the stairs, calls out and just, yes, Mr. Marduk is...
Yes, that is me.
And you have a very intriguing...
I'm not him.
I did not assume so.
I pay no mind. She is a little eccentric.
That's not my name either.
I kind of like ponderous looks as he kind of like closes the distance.
I'll give Winnie's staff a bit of like a tap and make it emit a pleasant odor. So that she's a
Do I
little
smell
more.
like shit, bro?
Yeah,
Cannon! Winnie smells like ass!
With all of the possums.
You're the new Samuel.
Yeah, oh god!
With all of the possums, I
There's
couldn't
always
imagine
one.
she would
Yeah.
smell too nice.
And it's
Okay.
Bathe them.
until
In
it
dirt.
I'll do that.
Okay, yeah, what pleasant smell do you choose?
Grass. Just grass. New car.
New car.
Okay.
New car smell.
As he approaches,
Petrichor. The smell of dust after rain. That one.
okay. But as he approaches to get to more of a conversating distance, with your little eccentric friend there, or they happen to be for sale?
Oh, no, that is not how we deal here. No. I send Winnie a telepathic message.
Don't say shit.
About to say, for
I'm
just clarification, have you ever done this with Winnie before?
No.
Okay. Perfect.
Oh, shit.
Perfect. So yeah, you
Hold on,
just
what's my
you just
intelligence
see.
again? Hold
I'm
on.
sorry, do not worry. I will not make sure that you get sold. Well, I'm still just holding a smile with my with Dervis. I assume to be Dervis.
It is nervous.
Poke. Pull. Did you hear that too? It speaks.
Oh, I will tell you later.
Okay. Did you hear it too?
Not
Yeah,
for
the what,
sale.
small one?
He's
Kind of bends down, intrigued.
I'm so sorry. Not for sale. He is very equipped to help me.
Equipped? I thought you said a creep.
She's very a creep to help.
Very
Equipped
creep.
to help me.
Kind of rubs his ear just to.
He will also be looking in temple.
Hopefully, she is of some use to you. That would not impact the price of if you are successful in your endeavors.
Not impact the price.
Yes.
What do you mean?
For if you represent the Alabakar house and are successful with uncovering the secrets or bringing back whatever relic lies beneath the tomb, we would be paying the wealthy, handsome price of 500 gold.
Yes. No changes.
Which being to
No changes.
Dollar sign.
No. We stay
Only
500.
500 gold?
Oh, that is a lot, Winnie.
Is it?
Yes. We split.
We need 200.
I can do
No,
200.
500. 500 each.
Your friend drives a hard bargain.
I know, but
or
trust me, we will keep 500.
or the 600
Yes,
Wait.
that sounds nice.
with your ring.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
Persuasion at disadvantage. Good luck, dear friend.
Oh god. Okay.
That's perception.
Negative.
Oh wait,
2.
So
whoops.
it'll be a
Persuasion, my
13
bad. My bad,
or
bro. Hold on.
You're cheating.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
10.
a 10 or wait, a third. No.
I
I'll
mean, if you're
just roll
counting their
again.
first roll, but
7.
I'm kind of like, oh, I would not trade my
Why?
rings.
Do not worry.
They are far more valuable than the measly 500 or 600 gold.
Really?
I will not. I do not want to leave. I'm not.
Wouldn't think it. Look.
We do not want to leave. 500 gold fees, fine. Okay.
I understand them. And then if, just for also as part of the arrangement, we will have those of the Feigned Glory traveling with you to help supersede and protect you while you are investigating and exploring the temple. They might look a little bit rough around the edges, but fear not, they are well known for being able to get the job done.
Oh, my shit going? No, I hit the button with my
Are
foot
you
on
a
accident. I'm sorry.
I'm glad. I look forward to meeting these people. I would say.
They are still finishing up a few other things. If you would be so kind, we can house you here for the time being.
A house? She starts picking up possums and putting them in her shirt. We would love to stay here.
As long as you can keep this one under wraps.
Oh, do not worry. We are the bestest of friends.
Bulging out and stuff.
I'm just bulging with fucking possums.
Just
Yeah, just
one kind of like pops their head up. Yes.
Everyone's like fucking playing dead.
Yeah, I'd like to think there's always one out of all of them where you're just like dragging by the tail.
he got scared.
But
Come on.
if within 3 days' time at evening sunfall, we will be, as the town setting off, or the city setting off for the excursion, as the kind of race to riches, as the big parting of sending everyone all at once. Small little festival beforehand to enjoy. So if you're reveling in that, just be sure to meet Drex, Thur, and Ekis at the western gate. You cannot Ekis. E-double-K-I-Z.
It sounded like a rap for a second there.
Okay.
But yes, of them, they are of the Feigned Glory. Again, do not be intimidated by them. They are gnolls.
They are no.
They are gnolls.
Very scary creature.
They are large and they can
Good creature.
get things good.
Damn.
Yes, as long as they are paid handsomely, and you do not have to worry about that. That will be taken care of by
I will
by
make sure
myself.
the handsome one gets paid.
Not even then, they're paying.
She will make sure. She will.
Aye.
Will there be adequate food, water?
We
For our
will,
private.
as being representatives of the Ali Bakar house, we will provide food and water for the travel.
And the possum? Yeah.
And the possum, yes.
She needs more possums.
Oh no,
I
You
do
will
not.
provide
I
more
do not have
possums.
water,
possums
water
on
for
hand.
possum.
You will provide.
Yeah.
Will he provide more possum?
There
No.
can be
He doesn't.
water for possums.
He doesn't have possums. You need water for possums.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
If you
I
require,
wouldn't mind an extra possum as a tip, though.
If we find one, you keep possum.
That's
Is
such
that
a
the
good
deal?
idea.
Is that
If
the
I
deal
find one,
with the,
can I keep one?
stutter?
that is up to you.
It's up to me? Are you sure you don't mind if I keep another possum?
It makes no difference to me.
Thank you.
You are a
Mr.
good
Darvis.
man.
We
We're
will
friends.
meet back in 3 days.
You will please. I mean, upon the properties,
What the sick.
and just kind of eyeballing when he like make no damages.
Yes, I will make sure.
This is a good
if
man.
if
We
you
are
need
friends
something, one of the servants can provide or tend to you. But yes, in 3 days' time, do not be late. If there are special, her eye keeps twitching at me. and
It
smiling.
happens. She does not have the best of eyes. I'm looking into making her glasses.
Anyway, if you need something or there's any other preparations throughout the city, please be my guest. Like I said, please use our facilities as you need for rest. And I will see you before you are off and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Mr. Darvis.
Are we friends now with him?
Yes, we are good friends.
We are
He
friends.
hired us to do
I will
things.
remember you forever.
I would be thankful if you did.
Thank you, Mr. Darvis.
Kind of like goes to like head back upstairs, but still kind of like eye over his shoulder, just
I'm like,
again like
Possums are just like looking at him.
confident with his decision with seeking you out, but with the companion, that bit of either worry or curiosity kind of coming through.
Abzi, did I do good?
You did very well.
I tried my best. He's such a good friend, that guy. I know him forever.
Do you?
Yeah,
Know him forever.
I know him forever now.
As one of
Talk
the
like her, so-
one of the servants show you to the essentially kind of rented temporary quarters for you guys. Still very much on the lavish scale of things. It's nice. If there's anything between that kind of 3-day period that you're interested in or to kind of make your way to and from, that can be arranged. Do you have anything immediately in mind or to hop to the next person?
So in the 3 days' time,
Yes.
I will be switching from my alchemy jug, because I don't need water, to a mind sharpener, just letting you know.
Okay.
And I'll
Easily done.
infuse my glasses with the mind sharpener.
Okay. Anything for you, Winnie?
I would try and
Honing your
paint.
magic trick.
Yeah, I'd try and learn a new magic trick and try and paint him. I'm actually gonna get like a shitty watercolor set so I can paint.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Real quick question too, just with us, we also are doing the 3-day thing. Like,
Yes.
Okay.
So
okay.
I mean, if there's anything specific you guys need to change address,
Yeah.
pick up within town, etc.
Out of character, and how many concentration spells do you have
Me?
as a ranger? Most of them are concentration, I think.
How many do I have like prepared?
Yeah. And then I might change up my spells, but that's just...
None.
None? Okay, perfect. I was only asking
Is
because I would
the
give
Hunter's
you the
Mark?
mind
I'm gonna roll for
No,
awesome
no, I
if
have
my character
Hunter's
just
Mark.
kinda does that all the time.
Then
Hunter's Mark is concentration.
4.
So you want to get more than 4?
Then I
Oh
will-
shit! So is Fair Fire.
Okay, then I will. Do you have? You have clothes on, I assume, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Do you want to see a picture of the
Then I
clothes
will.
that she
No,
has?
no, I'm just making sure. Then I'll go ahead and make that the mind sharpener instead of
Your glasses?
yeah, which you might have to. Never mind. Okay.
You're gonna make my
I thought-
mind
yeah.
sharper, bro.
So, 4 charges. If you fail a concentration saving throw, you can use 1 charge to succeed it instead.
I appreciate that.
There
So-
you go.
That'll
Where
help
do I
with
put that?
keeping Hunter's Mark.
Um,
Just make note of it.
yeah,
There's
I
no
was
way
gonna
for
say,
me to
just put
give
it in
it
your
to you.
notes.
All right.
All right.
Other.
You guys figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
As I just keep track of that because passing and fusings is not like
There's
integrated
I know,
integrated
which
or
fucking
anything.
sucks.
Right.
Last thing,
Just-
sorry.
Yep.
For me, I would just buy food for the horse.
Mind
Shouldn't
sharpener.
buy-
And I'll let you know what it is whenever you fail a concentration thing. Which I might. We'll see. I'll keep you updated.
I almost called you Gundrix.
Almost.
Almost.
It's so close to like
So
your name. Though. It's just like,
I know.
Gamer tag my guy.
Flipping over to you. Currently, typical boring day within the lavish walls that you live in. You've heard and picked up on rumors and just city talk of this grand expedition kind of coming up. You have one of the kind of servant women that usually kind of tend to you, as most of the time you are not necessarily locked and trapped, but most of the time confided to your room. that kind of just go on, kind of giving that, oh, please don't, I do not get involved. You do not need to get involved in this. You do not need to get outside. We just need to keep you here. It will cause a mess for the family.
But it's so boring in here. I'm losing my mind. There's nothing to do.
There's plenty of activities to do. Whatever you need, we can get it and bring it in. You really don't need to preoccupy your time with trying to go out on some other excursion or get out.
But I've been good lately. Just a walk, just a quick walk.
Your father would have a fit.
I mean, I know last time I tried to. Last time didn't go the best, but.
I'll go get some tea. We'll talk about this a little more. I'll be right back. She kind of leaves to kind of exit your chamber.
When she leaves, I'm gonna start going through my stuff and preparing, you know.
Okay. So you start kind of
I'm gonna try and
collecting.
keep it hidden as well, you know.
Roll the stealth check for me. Or I guess sleight of hand.
Actually,
New character, new rolls.
new rolls.
New rolls.
19.
Okay. So yeah, as you start kind of collecting some of the personal belongings, as hearing this kind of trip, something new, something exciting, kind of that feeling and fervor of, hey, like, no, I can do something. Like, you've heard there is the... Who you acid splashing, bro?
Winnie.
You've heard throughout the whispers that there are a few of the members of your house also pertaining in this. Most of them you know of and don't have very close personal ties to you, so you're not very worried about sneaking out to partake with having any notice of them or them noticing you. But there's one of them, that one of the larger, more fighter types, if you will, much more full-scaled than you are, as a much more kind of snake reptilian facial features, known as Mar, is kind of going or on this expedition. So that has been kind of in the back of your head, that creeping thought of like, no, I've planned this out, I know the route, I know how I can get out, I can make it there on time, I just have to avoid him during it, and once we're in, kind of that, hey, I can finally prove that I can go out and do or be something more and show that I'm not just this kind of closed off, bored wallflower. What?
You want to describe his character?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, as you're kind of packing things together, getting that ready for in between and plotting out kind of your route and your plan, who are we kind of watching doing all this?
You're watching my character. Should I give...
That is up to you.
For now, she is known as Ileana. She is a UNT pureblood, so she has a very white, silvery skin and white, silvery hair with purple. The farther down it goes, the more purpley it gets. She has purple eyes. She's about 5'10", and only about 140 pounds, so, you know, not super big, but... yes, very composed, very polite and well-mannered.
Clothing?
At the moment, she's probably wearing, she is wearing a nice, like, dress, gown, but she also has a staff, with a snake on it.
That's
nice.
cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Snake's dead.
And she has a purple cloak with her house symbol on the back,
Purple cloak.
which she is probably currently hiding. So when
I'm sure it's a fancy enough cloak to where it's double lined. Can kind of do the old flip inside out.
Is she busty?
Bro.
Oh.
Hey, it's just for the immersion, all right? It's just for the immersion. That's it.
Rudy,
Face.
gotta be acting up.
She busty though.
Nah, she bad though, for real. Nah, she bad though.
What, you don't want to answer him?
I mean,
Gunnar wants to have sex with Ileana. So
oh my
bad.
god.
That makes two of us.
Somebody's gonna bang Ileana.
So,
Oh,
planning your kind of departure, and getting your personal belongings together.
Would it be okay if I also tried to collect stuff, like, stealthily, like, see something cool or looks like I'll be able to use, squirrel it away?
Yeah, you have
Just randomly.
enough, rain throughout the house. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check for me.
Seven.
7. So, there's a few odds and ends that, again, you've heard of. Oh, yeah, that came in handy for so-and-so. Or, ooh, this could be useful for this. One of the kind of longer decorative blades kind of, like, catches your eyes as, like, a mantelpiece throughout the manor. And going to kind of get that, one of the servants kind of, what are you doing?
It looked quite gorgeous. I just wanted to look closer at the gems.
Oh. All right. Okay, and she kind of steers off and goes back to her duties. But aside from kind of collecting the odds and ends, is there anything else within that kind of like 3-day? You've got like your plan together, the kind of path you know and you've heard, you've listened into enough of the conversations on where everyone's gathering and have a decent idea on where you can kind of navigate to get there unseen throughout kind of some of the watches of the servants and everything else.
I guess I'll try to gather as much information about the actual ruin as I can.
Okay.
And who the other houses are sending.
Okay.
Who to watch out for,
Go
I guess.
ahead and just roll a general investigation check for me.
Give me a minute. First roll's Minerva. 15.
15.
And third roll.
Since a lot of the houses, although they run and operate the city as a whole with the Council of Six, there's very still much that competitors-ness to them. Most of them smiling face to face, but will definitely take the opportunity to kind of take the upper hand or stab the other one in the back for any type of class or financial gain for their own house. The Daenerys house, pretty secretive and closed off. So, you pick up that they're able to send a handful of people, but you don't really know or have really any information on who they are. The Nashayar, you get that they have hired in the group known as the Scalebinders. It is a group.
Loop.
Yeah, it's just one loop. It's a group of headstrong, impatient lizard folk that are much more kind of known for almost grave robbing, tomb raiders, and further violent tendencies. The other one you're able to kind of pick up with that is the House of Selimchant, that seem to be sending more arcane practitioners.
What house?
A Selimchant.
That's one of the big ones.
The kind of studious, possible arcane practitioners, and there's possible rumors that one of them might be one of the cowled wizards. as for anybody, and I think I overlooked it, for the cowled wizards throughout the city, if they're out and about, all of their identities are anonymous. Always having some type of hooding or face mask, so even amongst groups and meetings of themselves, they only know each other like through their kind of symbolism or code names. So while they're out in the street or something, I mean, it could literally be your neighbor or something that, hey, he catches you, you do something in front of him and turn the corner, and now you've got one of these cowled. It's a very mysterious, identities hidden organization. Bum bum bum.
Which house do they work for again?
The Selim Chant. They're backed by the Selim Chant house.
Alright,
In my 3 days, I will also be explaining to her that I have telepathy. For
What?
future reference.
Have
that I have
telepathy.
telepathy.
And it will take
Oh, okay.
all 3 days.
It will take all 3 days.
So you're telling me that was you who spoke
Oh
to
yeah,
in my
before I
brain?
leave, I'm gonna go ahead and
You weren't even next to my ear.
do my little
Okay.
and have a little powwow,
This
talk to
character's so
them,
cute,
try to
Bro.
calm myself down of what's gonna happen, what I'm gonna do.
And with that, not anything more specific on any of the direct parties that the houses are involved, but as the Council of Six as a whole, kind of offering and opening it up to the city for pretty much any random Jim, Jane, anybody from the street that are participating can be rewarded based on contribution if they are successful. So getting a good amount, there could be a fair amount of just average workers, Joes, pretty much the poorer population trying to seek this opportunity to gain an upper hand and make something for themselves. Bebo!
Beep-boop.
Bebop Jack.
Bebo is here, everybody.
Everybody.
So, Bebo, you are quite an enigma for being throughout the city. There's many things that have popped up and piqued your interest, and not really hit that sweet tooth for really what you're kind of looking for or trying to gain. Coming across, kind of going about, getting into a few tight spots, as Bebo probably would, but faring decently well on their own. You start to hear word and like criers in the street about this new temple that's been uncovered. There's not very many. Actually, roll an investigation check for me.
Okay, hold on.
Is Bebo gonna introduce himself?
Oh yeah, we do need the description and everything for Bebo as well.
Oh, would I be able to add that Minerva, or Ileana's real name is Minerva? Just,
Okay, Minerva.
yeah.
I'm going to
I got a
immediately
13,
know her name.
but-
Okay.
Okay.
Their last name's up there, so.
So, what are we looking at with Bebo?
Bebo. So, Bebo is Harengan. So, she's got like big old ears, but they're kind of like crooked. And she also has really wide eyes, like, you know, like a rabbit does. Her fur is just sort of going everywhere. And in some places it's matted, and other places it's like whatever. She has this like high collared lab coat on that sort of like makes her look more blocky than she is. It looks kind of big on her. And she has a hunch to her. She stands about like, oh man, I forgot, like 4'5" or something like that. Hold on, what did I put down?
Not the tallest, but not the shortest.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't even know where I wrote it. Okay, whatever. But
You put
and
4
can see,
foot
like, on
2.
her- 4'2".
You put 4'2".
Okay, yeah. So she's, especially with her hunch, she looks much shorter than she is. Like her paws are nearly touching the ground with her hunch. And she, her fur, especially like on her cheeks and on her back, is starting to gray a little bit. She's got some age on her. And that's Bebo.
Nice. Still rocking the black leather gloves.
Oh, yeah. She's got these big, like, chunky black leather gloves on her.
Perfect.
She's...
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
Oh, I was just gonna clarify, even though she is a goblin, in her nature, she's not dirty.
Gotcha.
She's got, like, maybe a few stains, like, at the bottom of her lab coat, but otherwise it's pretty white. And, like, her matted hair is just more of, she can't seem to, like, tame it at all. But it's not that she doesn't bathe. She keeps herself pretty clean.
Perfect.
That's all I wanted to say.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, with being throughout town and kind of having that ear twinge and picking up on some of these pieces of information, starting to kind of have this puzzled new experience, this brand new temple no one's really gotten to delve into yet. You're able to hear and pick up that there's something to do with the new moon or the full moon coming of that kind of like crest shortly after that 3-day period. Some lunar connection to the temple that will eventually grant access to it. The excitement of puzzles or traps or riddles that could possibly lie within definitely kind of stir that, hey, this has kind of piqued my interest. While kind of going throughout the city, is there any city tasks or anything Bebo would like to get into?
The only thing waiting for her in the city right now is like a few angry people that she cheated out of like a game of cards or something. So.
Game of cards, you said?
Oh yeah, more cards.
Yeah.
It's
cards.
me. I'm mad at Bebo.
And then like
It was just fairy.
some homeless people she pissed off probably, but.
I am all for that. Bebo kind of going around doing their chaotic little nature of mischief, and no, I like it. I dig it.
She's just annoying.
I mean, it's the same.
She doesn't intentionally do things to piss people off. She just does it because it's fun.
Right.
And then people get pissed off, and she's like, gotta go.
Yeah. Super excited to get Bebo and Winnie in the same room.
I'm excited too. I'm excited as well.
I'll just be babysitting.
We'll see who's the most responsible out of the two.
All these characters together are going to be really funny, though.
It will be. So,
Not you.
No.
let me flip
Or-
this over
Or
real
him.
quick.
Or him. Or her. Serious game. Serious game.
Well,
Maybe him. Maybe him. Maybe him. Maybe me. But not her still. Or maybe her.
Roll for it.
Minerva to Zuzu Bonk.
Zuzu, is that what you're gonna call
There we
him?
go.
She's royalty.
I kind of like
Or she's royalty, so she's gonna talk down to you.
So,
She gonna talk shit.
with
Down
everyone having their slight introductions, getting to see a little bit of a taste of everybody, everyone getting not necessarily downtime, but the next big goal ahead of them to kind of have the first group convergence. I think that's probably where we'll wrap up tonight. Unfortunately, yeah, it was that kind of later short one. As long as everybody's good for next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody glare and eyeball chase real quick.
That's
Sometime next
literally
week.
what I did.
Yeah, bro. Same time next week.
Same time next week, Chase.
So what?
Same
So
time?
we'll be starting
Hey,
at 8.
I don't control what happens at Jimothy Jonathan's. All right.
You know what you do control?
Gunner, I should have the portrait fixed for
You know, on the
that,
schedule
now
when
that
it
we got
says
that in a
chase
little
screen
late, but we
X
should have
time
that
to X
good.
time.
Just
Yeah,
I
thanks
cannot.
for anybody that's still sticking with us or joined
Because some
at
of us
all.
have bills.
Yeah, thank
you.
We need
Welcome.
to work.
We should be back in the
Work
swing of
mornings.
things with the closing
I do.
of
I work
our
open
kind of
and close,
campaign 1
baby.
with that little
Doer?
bumpy hurdle,
Yes.
but yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited to be back in the swing of things and get everything moving.
See y'all next week.
Yeehaw!
goodbye.
Peace. Piss.
Piss.